Yeah. Homie. Yeah.
I love Chris Rich.
Wait up, yeah. Whoa. Look how I move. Remy in my cup. I'm about to act a fool. Wait up, yeah. Whoa. I'm with the shooters. I'm with the demons. I'm with the goons. Wait up. Whoa. Wait up. Whoa. Wait up. Whoa. Yeah. Howl at the moon. Remy in my cup.
Bundles. I'm here, brother.
Yes, sir. All right. Yo, what's going on, man? It's your man Bundles, and we back with another one-on-one with Bundles with my brother, WAYDAH.
What's going on?
Make sure y'all say the name right.
Yeah, say the name right, man. It's WAYDAH, man. Not WAYDAH, not WAYDAH, not WAYDAH. It's WAYDAH. WAYDAH BLACC, man.
WAYDAH BLACC in the building, man. So, Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised?
Born, raised all over New York. I mean, yeah, born and raised, man. I was born in Marcy Projects, man.
Marcy Projects. Tell me, before we get into your music, tell me a little bit about your upbringing in Brooklyn, man.
I was born in Marcy. My father was from Sumner. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a big family in Marcy. They was mostly females. I had 2 uncles that died. I'm the oldest of 4 boys. 2 from my mother, 2 from my father. And Marcy was a motherfucker. That shit was rough.
Yo, man, New York in general back in them days was rough, but Brooklyn had a whole different type of aura around it, man. I'm from the Bronx.
Right.
We always knew, like, listen, you go anywhere in the city,
Right.
but when it come to Brooklyn, you better be on your A game over there.
But when you're from Brooklyn, it doesn't feel that way.
Okay.
Right? And then, like I said, being from Marcy, being the oldest, my stepfather was a cop. He was a housing cop. He used to wear his uniform in and out the building. You know, he worked at Fort Greene, so I got to go to school, and I got to deal with that.
Okay.
You understand? So I was kind of the outsider, always. Yeah, I was the outsider from the beginning. Yep, definitely.
That's crazy.
It taught me how to fight. It taught me how to hold my head up when I walk in the streets. Shout out to Satisfaction. Shout out to DJ Ty. Shout out to Monk TT. Rest in peace, Froggy, G and Chi and Tree. But yeah, that's Marcy taught me. Can't be a sucker, man. You can't be afraid. And it also taught me I had a big mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
You notorious for that, man.
Yeah.
You notorious for that, baby. Like, they know when you in the building, bro.
Yeah. Marcy taught me I had a big mouth. I think I got jumped every day for like 2 years behind my mouth. Nice. Shout out to H Money Bags and the Smith family and all of that for whipping my ass and getting my hand skills up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So you from the same neighborhood as Jay-Z, man?
Yeah, I'm from 532 Myrtle, but my grandma was from 466 Flushing, which was on the front end side of where Jay was. He was from the back side of Marcy, I believe Parkside or North Street side.
Okay.
But I got to see him all the time, yeah.
Oh, you actually got to see Jay?
Yeah, all the time. I saw Jay all the time growing up when I was a kid. He was just...
Was you rapping then?
I always rap. Okay. I wrote my first rhyme when I was like 9. Yeah.
What's your first rhyme?
Yeah, it was called The Buckets of the Mall. Yeah, and then, I had the name, remember Supernatural?
Yeah.
Supernatural gave me the name Prodigy. Back, because I was 9, but I was writing raps. Like I had the guard body lessons. Of course, thanks to intelligence, a lot of my cousins, shout out to you. And I was, I was lyrical. I wouldn't say I was nice, but for 9 years old, I think I was advanced to have the name Prodigy.
Well, the fact that we're gonna touch on what you said, like you had knowledge yourself, and I understand, like, with them, it's a lot of wisdom and it's a lot of, like you said, wisdom, understanding, right. And those brothers do a lot of reading.
Yeah, I read a lot
of reading.
I read a lot.
So, with you, do you think that the basis of your upbringing, along with dealing with them and your knowledge yourself and your reading, does that transcend into your music?
It used to.
Okay.
Like, when you first start writing, you usually write like those who you admire, and it wasn't necessarily Jay. Because he didn't rap as the Jay as the world know now, So I know the Jay that rapped fast and the Jazzos and that era. So it was more just about being lyrically nice. And then you had Brand Nubians, Grand Pooba. So I wanted to show that I understood, you know what I mean, and kind of stand out in that way. But now I think the only thing that foundates my music with the lessons now is the understanding as me being a grown man. Gotcha. And I mean, being a grown man and understanding, you know, right from wrong and being able to implement that, I think that's the only thing that comes within the lyrics of now, depending on the record. Okay. But as of lately, no, I haven't been dropping any supreme jewels or anything like that. No.
There's one record we're gonna touch on it later. We could touch on it now, matter of fact. There's one record that I felt was real impactful to the city.
What's that?
Letter to the Mayor.
You don't stay where I live. You don't live where I stay. I can't be. Yo, this is a message for the mayor.
Letter to the Mayor, the drill joint.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that was real impactful to the city because
dope record.
We understand what's going on right now, especially in New York City, you know, all over the 5 boroughs, Brooklyn and Bronx, especially with the drill music and everything. Right. And the mayor at one point tried to stop drill music. Right. And I seen that Drewski say he wasn't playing it no more and everything. Right. And then, at least for me looking out on the outside, you decided to take that task and put it on your back and address it head on.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Without nobody help.
When
I say nobody, not my team, but without the influence of other drill rappers, you know, or anybody that felt the way about it, because nobody really spoke about it. They didn't say anything. Like, you know, they had Fabi up there. I believe they had B Love and a few other brothers, right? They had Mano, but none of them did a record on it, and none of the artists did a record on it. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. How are we wrong? When I say me, how are we wrong for talking what we talking on these records? Whether it's, I mean, smoking niggas packs is one thing, right? But that's the reality of today. That's what they're doing. When our parents was doing their music, their parents didn't like it. When we were doing our music as youngins, they didn't understand the hip hop change.
Absolutely.
So I decided, like, the mayor, ain't you from Brooklyn? I heard. Like, I heard he was from Brooklyn, right? You want to ban drill music? You want to censor us? So we can only do a certain type of hip hop. We already can't make the radio in New York. Now you want to tell New Yorkers what we can and cannot say. But I do agree with the smoking on the packs. Yes. Okay. Yes. Exit that.
That's like a Chicago thing, right? With the whole smoking on the packs and everything, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But you know, like what Nas said, there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
But they was putting that in their music first. They were drilling before we were. You know, even though Chief Keef music back then didn't sound like what drill sounds like now. So I think that was more grunge music than drill.
I think that Brooklyn and the Bronx took it to another level because, like we had the blueprint, which was Chicago. Right. I feel like when they got to New York,
we made it cool.
The swag.
Yeah, we made it cool.
They added the swag to it. We made it cool, like, man. No disrespect to Chicago and all that, but Chicago was like really like little like grimy, gritty, like real like.
But you know, they also New York. Go ahead, I'm listening.
New York dudes is grimy and gritty too, but we always been known for the fashion, getting swaggy and shit like that. Motherfucker might have on the whole Gucci outfit, got the big ass.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they was talking their truth though. What I respected it was that they was touching their truth.
Dancing and all.
And what fucked it up was that was Junie Love in the background, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
salute.
To
Yo, he got the team in the building. Man.
Yeah,
salute.
Kai Hami in the building, Junie Love in the building, free SL McKay, free Lance, free Ice, free everyone behind the wall. But shout out to Polo, the GOAT. Always, you already know that. You know you the truth, my nigga. They was talking their truth. Right. They was killing each other for real. But Brooklyn also had an essence of time in drill rap when the matches was giving money and giving out deals to young artists. They also were dying. You know what I'm saying? Between the 90s and, you know, parts of Bed-Stuy and things of that nature. Those who don't know, right? Ebbetsfield and all that. They were just fueling it. But drill music is just not about killing your ops. For me, when you listen to the beats, you know what I'm saying? It's like African drums there. It's spiritual. It's different from a boom bap.
Gotcha.
Right? Because a boom bap was something that was created here. Right?
In the city.
In the city. And it gives you a certain feel. But drill beats give you a rhythm inside. It fucks with your spirit. For those who don't know, why you think when niggas hear those beats, they just wilding out? Because the energy on them shits. And not for nothing, I sound dope on them shits. So, you know what I mean? Like New York,
that's a fact.
We put the swag on it. You know, they laugh at us or they be dancing. New York always dance.
You always do.
But you die here.
No matter what it is.
You die here. You know what I'm saying? The killers of all killers is smiling and joking and playing with the girls. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that's screwing up his face all day and running around sharpening up his knife.
That's why I said New York has some of the most flyest fucking psychopaths.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. We added the twist into it, you know, rest in peace, T. Wu, he added the dance into it. Pop Smoke, rest in peace. He put an element on it that kind of set the tone for New York drill.
Double G for the team. No least y'all got keys. Don't get your car switched.
In all boroughs, I feel.
Definitely.
The Bronx sound different from us, yes. But
the inspiration was Pop Smoke at the beginning.
Yes, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the one that kind of lit the match.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, I wouldn't even say that because truthfully...
On the mainstream level.
On the mainstream level. Because brothers like Gino Montana, G's Gasoline, these brothers been drilling. Okay. Before Pop blew up, or before a lot of people ever heard of a Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke heard about drill. That's how he was, remember, he was young.
Right,
That's how he got... You know, so I wouldn't say that they followed him, but what he did was he took it to a height in New York that nobody did at his time and was recognized out of the States for it. And he set a tone as far as what it should sound like coming from us. Like, nobody sounds like how that boy sounded, rest in peace.
Yeah, because we gonna get more on you, but I'm glad that you brought up the whole Pop Smoke situation. Because we were just saying how, like, you know, New York made it like more like a trendy type of thing. Like, yeah, you could be on your gangster, but we also some fly, get money dudes and things like that. And I think that Pop embodied that the most because he was a fly dude.
Christian Dior.
You know what I'm saying? Getting money,
who's doing
but
that?
he was still on his bullshit. You know
he dancing. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the only artists I think that ever reminded me closely image-wise, and not because of any backstories or anything of that nature, but just the essence of when you see Pop Smoke. I saw 50. They don't look the same, none of that. It was just the aura of things.
I could see
he was gonna be that next guy. You understand? He was about to start talking some shit.
Now, I wanna ask you something, and this is something that I've heard from many people, and I want to get your direct analogy on it. People like to compare you to DMX.
Why? I don't rap nothing like DMX. I don't look like DMX.
I think it's because of they hear the struggle in your voice when you rap. Like you heard DMX, you heard the struggle in his voice when he rapped.
Right.
So I hear a lot of people like, yeah, yo, WAYDAH remind me of DMX. And the first time I heard it, I'm like, same thing you said, like, nah, you bugging. But then when other people was telling me and they was explaining to me why they said it.
Okay. See, no one's ever really explained it. They say, you know, my voice when I talk, my talking voice is different. It's like Miss LA, you know how she...
Like, basically, you spit that pain.
Yeah, I spit that pain.
And DMX was notorious for changing New York sound by spitting pain when there was a whole Shiny Suit era and all that and things like that.
Yeah, he was a brother that I got to meet him once only in life, and I got to see him perform in person, like right there twice. And he was an incredible individual. And I related to him in different ways. I mean, we both grew up on kids. We both had narcotic addictions, alcoholic addictions, you know, robbery issues. You know, loners, I love dogs. Anybody who know me in the projects, you already know what it is. Shout out to anybody from the projects that was with me, Vanderveer, Stapleton, shout out, Park Hill, New Brighton, West Brighton. Always know I kept pit bulls. Because I always felt like, you know, not for nothing, I'm not an animal hater. But if you're gonna shoot at me, you're gonna shoot at the dog first. So, I got you. Your gun is down there and my gun is up here. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely, I miss X. I cried when he died. Junior Love it to you. I missed him. He was dope. I didn't like every album he had, no.
I feel like the last one was kind of rushed.
The last one?
Yeah, it's very last one.
It was different. I don't know if it was rushed or not. It was different.
It didn't sound like the DMX that I grew up with.
I didn't. That's why I said I didn't like all of the albums because he changed though. Just like I didn't like all of Nas' albums because he changed. Not saying that people aren't supposed to. You're supposed to go through a stage of evolution, but me as an artist, no, I want you to stay the same. Like, why are you singing? No, kick that shit you did before.
Got you. Now,
but I appreciate that, you know, comparison to X. Hey,
nah, definitely.
Thank you.
And now, you also do, you know, the battle rap thing.
Love battle rap.
You know?
Came when the fade, I'm like, cool, where the clip is at? Pick you off from 100 yards with the biggest guy. Picture black, losing in Brooklyn, my nigga, picture that.
I'm saying things like that.
Yeah, we started out battling.
What made you, because some artists can't transition from battle rap to music, and some musicians can't transition from music to battle rap. How do you balance the two and still keep your music elevating to the point where it's at right now, where everybody's bouncing to it, everybody's loving it, but you also can get busy in the battle circuit too?
I think it was from ridicule. Like, I want to shout out Croft, Queens, Free Bigelow. It was a time where I never met Croft at this time. Me and Lance, we was in the system together. So these was his mans and them from Queens. So he would take my music to Queens and play it. And Croft, he's my man now. He knows how I feel. Oh, that nigga's whack. because my lyrics weren't about my life or what I did. You know, it was Milky Ways and quasars and galaxies and capturing minerals and shit. You know what I mean? That's when the God Body Essence was really prevalent at that time. You know, and the Wu was out and all that. But Bigelow was kicking street raps. But I kicked these rhymes on beat. So they wasn't feeling it. And I used to be like, why? Like, I don't understand what it was. Because I wouldn't say I wasn't being me. Experience wasn't there yet. It wasn't like where I'm at today where I can tell you the story. I didn't live it yet. Okay. Bigelow had lived it already. Okay. You understand? He was already in the street hustling while I was incarcerated.
So it was a different element with him.
Right, it was a different element. And my rhymes, they were big words. You know, I was battling every song.
Right.
So it turned out I went to the South in what year was that? 98. I went to the South. I got locked up in the South, North Charleston, South Carolina. I get locked up. I'm down there fighting the bid for 2 years, and I started writing songs. I didn't battle anymore. So when I came home, I spoke to Fendi. We all know Fendi.
Fendi, yeah.
I called Fendi. Fendi was the first person besides the cousin that I called when I came home. Musically, he was the first person. So I called Fendi up. I'm probably home like 5 days in New York when I finally got in. So he said, yo, kick me a rap. So I kicked it. He was like, yo, what the fuck is that? He said, no, kick that shit you was kicking when you was with Mike Tyson. So I kicked it with him. So that's the same.
Whoa. You said kick that.
Mike, love you, bro. You already know what it is.
My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Shout out to Iron Mike.
We're going to get to that, but I'm going to let you finish. We're going to get to that.
So I kicked it. Burn 1 million criminals, nitrogen dioxide, mixed with hydrogen, a gram of carbon monoxide, a pinch of oxygen, creates my army, and I multiply my formula by 10. And he was like, yo, hold up. That's the same shit you kicked against Eminem, you know, a few years ago. I said, y'all don't battle no more. He was like, oh.
Yeah, I know y'all caught that flex. He said that's the same shit he kicked against Eminem.
So he says, oh.
Shady Records Eminem.
So I said, I don't battle no more. He was like, damn, that's not gonna work. He's like, niggas is battling. I said, what you mean niggas is battling? He said, smacking them. I said, you talking about some from Queens with the DVD? Like, yeah, they battling for money. But I wasn't battling anymore because, you know, being locked up in South Carolina with no law library, no yard, no visits, no mail, and being around my people who are literate, young and old, the God Body again is sits in now. Now I start talking about life. No exaggerations, no 20 keys overseas and I know Noriega.
Right.
None of that, you know what I mean? I got 2 8 balls and I fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? I got consignment and I ran off. Yeah,
that real shit.
So I started writing those songs and Fendi told me, yo, that's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. And I listened to Lance, again, I'm bringing him up. I listened to Lance. Every time I listen to Lance, I fucked up. That's my brother, I love him, but I fucked up. Because, you know, I wasn't being true to the artist in me and doing what my spirit and my heart was telling me to do, which is everything. I want to do everything. I want to drill, I want to trap, I want to do EDM, I want to battle, I want to boom back, I want to do country music because I'm able to. You understand what I'm saying? So battling, in other words, to answer the question, going from battling and doing music, I was already doing it.
You were already, okay, so you were seasoned basically.
Yeah, I was already, because my rhymes were geared towards being better than you on a track. You know, if you were on the same, you talking about whatever, and I'm just rapping, I'm going crazy. Right. But it was no focus. So when I battle, I don't have to have focus. That's why I love battle rap. And that's why I chose Verbal Warzone, because it's on beat. But that's why I chose Verbal Warzone, because they're on beat. Swave Sever, shout out to Swave Sever, the whole team, homie. Swave kept trying to get me to do acapellas. You know, I could have had the Born Legacies. Was that the beginnings? The PGs, rather. It's not Born Legacy, the Proving Grounds. I could have had those, you know what I'm saying? Around the time like Yana and them. But I didn't battle acapella anymore. I only battle acapella on the street because there was no beat. But what I would do is, and I would rhyme, you know what I'm saying? And I would battle my opponent. That's how I used to battle.
Okay. Old school essence.
Right, that's how I used to battle. So the acapella thing was like different when I came back, you know, being away. They spitting on each other, they calling each other pussy, and it wasn't, you know, it was just different for me. And Fendi wasn't really feeling it. So time went by, and a few years ago, I seen Chosen and them doing Verbal Warzone. And I'm like, I could smoke all these niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
I saw Swave do it, Jay Murder, So yo, I can smoke all these niggas. I saw Fire the Misfit, shout out to you. So I can smoke all these niggas. It's on beat. Can't nobody beat me on beat, you know, you cocky.
Right.
Because I come from a time where everybody did not rap.
Okay.
Now everybody fucking raps. So I'm used to being one of the nicest, if not the nicest, in the room. I don't give a fuck who there. I mean, it doesn't matter who there.
Right.
Doesn't matter who there. I done rapped with them all. The Razzcast.
I mean, shit,
everybody.
look at the names you just mentioned.
Yeah, I battled Razzcast, that was dope, you know. It didn't matter, but then Verbal Warzone taught me that in the internet, that there always been superhuman MCs out there. There's always thousands of us, 10,000s of us, and thousands of nice niggas. So it kind of humbled me, but now I'm able to tap into both frequencies.
Yeah, I see you definitely doing your thing, man, because, like I said before, not everybody can do that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that is nice in the battle rap world, and no disrespect, but they'll drop a record and it should be trash.
I mean, you go to school, if that nigga's nice, you sparring. You know what I mean? You go to Harlem, you see the Poison Pen was also from Brooklyn, but he was in Harlem. You know, the Sea Rage Wars, the Breeze Ever Flowings, the King Royals, the Understandings. You know, I'm in East River, I'm in Metro North, I'm in Old Metro, I'm in Taft. I mean, I'm a Brooklyn, Marcy, dirty little nigga. No haircut, got a beard growing. I had a beard from 13, you know what I'm saying? Same bummy sweatpants, but I'm out there and I'm rapping, so I got a chance to get all the styles from the Bronx, from the Queens, Yonkers, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I done rapped with the best of niggas.
See, that's what makes it so genuine with your situation, because look what you just said. You went to all the boroughs and you absorbed not only just the hip hop culture, you just embodied whatever borough, whatever town you was in, and you took what you needed to take and put your own little sauce on it and make your own little gumbo. Yeah. And now you at where you at.
Yeah, I had my own style.
You know what I'm saying?
I had my own style, but I think back then it wasn't being received well. Like JC just did an interview recently for one of the 120K. Shout out to JC and the whole URL and that whole Ultimate Madness shit. And he said he had to slow it down for even his fans to receive him properly and the bars hit. So what I did was I dumbed it down. And I'm not saying dumbed it down to the point for dummies. I dumbed it down to better myself. You understand? Because you could give a person all the food in the world. That doesn't mean that they're gonna be healthy if they're not eating it properly. So I'm giving you all of this nourishment, and I'm dropping all these bombs and all these jewels. But then on the other hand, I'm talking about robbery. And then on the other hand, I'm talking about a female, all in the same song. It was just too much of a gumbo. So what I did was, when I found battle rap and drill beats and trap beats, I mean, shout out to people don't like Future, I like Future. Shout out to Future. I mean, I'm not mad at the South at all, because they got all our bitches dancing.
Right.
All of our women. Yo, listen, my women never danced off my music. No woman I have ever had. Even out of just sheer, you know, oh, that's black, you know. No, they're not coaxing my coattail. A female would tell you your dick is big and it's not before she tell you your music is good when it's not.
Oh, man.
If your music is not good to her, she's not, you're not gonna move it, right? So that's how it was for me. So the first time I seen a kid and my female, like moving in my shit, I tapped into a frequency that works. Okay. Rest in peace to XXXTentacion, because he also tapped into a frequency and it worked. Some of us are very elevated, like Pyro Tracks.
Salute to my man Pyro.
Pyro is very elevated. He deals with a different sense of aura and vibration.
Out of your wave, one shot, I knock the top chakra out of your brain, man.
So he's able to tap into these different frequencies too. I want my rematch. But he's able to tap, you know, into these different frequencies as well.
Yo, Pyro Tracks, man, you heard what he said, man.
I need my rematch, man.
We not editing this out.
No.
He wants his rematch.
Oh.
Make it happen.
Against Rockboy Rome, he told me I couldn't have it because I bullshitted with Rockboy Rome. It's just that I don't
think that's the case.
I did bullshit. He whispered in my ear. He said, "Nah, no rematch for you. That was bullshit. You should have killed the nigga." But I beat him.
As I was about to say, you beat him.
I beat him, but Pyro felt I beat him easily just by playing around. It wasn't that. I didn't want to flip on the DJ. I was having a bad time. They was charging my homies full price at the door. You know what I'm saying? We got 12, 13 people pulling up. You know what I'm saying? We should get some type of a fucking discount. I'm not a superstar, but I am a superstar. You invited me here and I'm traveling far, nigga. I'm deep in the Bronx. I can't bring my gun in. And my niggas can't bring no guns in. Y'all got guns in here. I feel unsafe. I can't get a microphone. Right? Y'all just, niggas. So he says it's unfair to get a microphone because no one else on the footage would have one. And it ain't my fault that the niggas ain't speak up. I don't want to battle without a microphone. I don't want to stretch the last of my voice that I have.
Right.
So Pyro says to me, nah, should have killed that nigga. Right in front of Boss Chick Rain, too. I was tight. Nah, you can't get the
But
rematch.
I think that Pyro had enough respect for you for y'all to even have that type of dialogue.
Of course. Pyro was nice. And I didn't underestimate him. That's not why I lost. Cause I had some material. I just played myself.
I always said that Pyro to me is like that. You know, you go to the basketball court and you pick your four, you get down to that fifth dude, and it's a dude in the corner rocking the glasses and the suspenders.
Facts.
You like, yo, we just gonna pick him up because we can.
Yeah, yo, just pass me the rock.
And then he dropped 50 on you.
Facts. That's Pyro.
That's Pyro,
And
man.
see, and now, the reason why I say I should have won, now, I wouldn't have beat him with the material that he had against Cash Bills.
Okay.
Or even, truthfully, I wouldn't have beat him with the material he had against Kaboom, with the material that I had against him. But if I was on point that day, if I'd have never told Swave Sever, I'm gonna do better than you, if I was never pulling up with 30 motherfuckers from the hood, you know, if I didn't have a big ass 40 on my waist, if I wasn't drinking all that Remy and Henny, you know, if I wasn't feeling myself and was being a professional, I'd have smoked you, Tracks.
You heard it, man. Your Tracks, man. We're gonna work that out, man. We're gonna get that rematch. And matter of fact, Verbal Warzone got an event coming up soon.
I don't want to do it on the zone.
Night of the rematches.
I don't want to do it on the zone. I would do that. If I did that in rematches, it would have to be like a C-double or somebody else that I beat. Pyro, I want to do personally, privately, just me and him film that and let the people, because it's not a battle anymore. At this point now, we're just exchanging wits.
How about a walk down?
I would love to do a walk down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would do a walk down.
Nova, set it up, man.
Yeah, I would do a walk down.
Pyro Tracks. WAYDAH BLACC.
I would definitely do a walk down right under the Metro North on 124th.
You got the exact location.
I would do it there because it's gritty. I'd do it in a haunted house. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, don't go. It's going down.
Doesn't matter. I just don't want the scenery to be like anyone else's because Pyro is. I look at Pyro up there. His pen is up there. His performance up there. But I know I could beat him. You know.
As far as battling on the beat is concerned, you are very revered as one of the ill spitters.
Right.
And a plethora of artists that are in these, like you got Verbal Warzone, you got Cypher City, you got K Sharp, and all those platforms that specialize on beat battling, you've always been revered as an elite spitter.
Really? By who? Who told you that?
Listen, I did my homework, bro.
I be in the chats. I don't be seeing that on the.
I'm talking about the owners. Screw what
they made me a
artists are
lieutenant.
talking
No, they didn't
about.
make me a lieutenant. What they made me a lieutenant? Am I a specialist? What the fuck am I? I was with.
You wasn't a specialist. The specialist at the bottom. You wasn't.
So I was a lieutenant then.
I think so.
Lieutenant
Yeah.
in general. I should have been a fucking general, just off my work ethic alone, and for the simple fact that my first battle was with Bobby O.
Black, yeah, live. Nigga shorty live. You 5'8", this 40, you turn you 4'5". Every day I walk in the block. Unorthodox, I had to stop the block. Chosen, I bought 30 nigga jump here. I tend to beats, you mean to tell me I can get a battle in these streets? Nigga, listen. You see, this is my hood. They know, G-Stone crippin', all day good.
I didn't know the beat, freestyled it, beat him. Right? Came back again, maybe they threw that to me too soon.
Dude that didn't show up.
Dude that didn't show up. So, beat him. Then they threw me Pyro. I understand why they didn't throw me another bone in the bag, because I fucked that up. I mean, I remember Charmaine saying to me, like, WAYDAH, what the fuck was that? And like I said, it taught me a lesson of professionalism. But battling on a beat and battling in Verbal Warzone is nothing like anywhere else. So if I'm gonna do a rematch, it would have to be something like that on the platform. With Pyro, it would definitely be a walk down. I would like to battle 2 against 1. Yeah, I would love to battle 2 niggas against 1. You know what I'm saying? I've done that. That's not nothing new. It's not nothing new at all.
Heard 2-on-1. That's interesting. I ain't heard nobody really bring that up.
I would love a 2 against. I would love to battle 2 motherfuckers at the same time. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I would love to, because that's gonna show how nice we all are.
Okay.
Truthfully, it's not just about me being better than them too. It's just about that day, who's throwing them jabs and them punches that day.
You know how ill the content gotta be for that? For you to be the artist that is the one battling the 2.
It's easier. It's easier for me to be the 1 than the 2 against the 1.
Okay.
Because everyone's gonna look at it like, yo, he's smoking them 2 niggas. Versus, you know, yo, he ain't gonna be able to beat them 2 guys. So that already gonna get you looking, right? So when you hit the first round, If one of their rounds is any way lackluster than my first, it's a wrap. They already know what's up with this stuff. You heard?
I want to backtrack a little bit. You mentioned Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You mentioned Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike.
Iron motherfucking Mike, man, from Brownsville, man. You know what I'm saying? The youngest heavyweight champion in the world. Wasn't he, Kay? The youngest? Yeah, the youngest, Mike, man.
How do you know Mike Tyson?
Well, I would say, how did I meet Mike Tyson? I met Mike through Prince Pyro. That was the first Pyro. That's the original Pyro. And I told tracks about him. Okay. But I met him through Pyro and a homie by the name of HK Steamer out in Flatbush on Newkirk and 22nd. Mama Rowe, Jackie Rowe, shout outs to Jacqueline Rowe and everything that she's doing out there. She was managing. She an OG, like, you know, been around and done some things in the music game as well as in life. So Prince is her son. Mike is his uncle. He wants to rap. His name is Prince, hence the name. It's the only nigga I know that had a walk-in closet at 15, 16. Okay. Living in the hood. I mean, his mother turned his bathroom into a closet. He was the Prince for real.
His mother turned his
bathroom into a closet. Right on Newkirk. You know what I'm saying? Right on Newkirk. And Prince, if he wanted to rap, he could rap. If he wanted to fly planes, they would make sure he flew planes. But in this instance, he wanted to rap. So Mike will come to the hood like every so often. There's one particular day, they bring us upstairs, we all rap. Mike is feeling it, he's looking around. So he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make all you guys a group. You got Red Cafe, you had Gravy, you had GQ they had the group Franchise, you had Fendi from Violator, you had a cover girl up there, you had Jackie, you had Mike Tyson.
So this is a
you didn't take concepts, you didn't take patterns.
Right.
You know, you created your own. And that was mine because I'm tired, I would, and I wouldn't was three things that I would use in battle rap because it was easy to freestyle.
Wow.
So when I kicked the I'm tired against him, I can't remember what rhyme he was kicking at the time. That was a win for me on that round. I beat him. I won.
So that's so.
They said Juice beat him. They was rapping on beat on the microphone. That shit was trash. I beat him on beat. Then we ended up outside. We battled for 45 minutes.
This will be clear. This was in New York.
This is in New York. East Houston, 88 Hip Hop, East Houston and 2nd Avenue. You know what I'm saying? There's people that contest to that, man.
Gotcha.
And we ended up outside.
That's not too far from here.
East Houston, 88, I think the guy name was Chase. Poison Pen was the host. Evil D was the DJ. Now what happened was, I was going up to this radio station every week, internet radio. Every week, every Wednesday, I would go up here. We would leave Flatbush like 30, 40 deep. You hear me? Deceps, guard bodies, early stages of, I would say, blood. Not really crippin', right? We would go, and we would battle. So this particular night, my man Napoleon, actually was supposed to battle the white boy. This is after I beat C-Rage Wars. This is after I beat Breeze the Everflowing. This is after I beat, I had 9 weeks. I'm the champion. I'm like this. I mean,
right. And
I'm freestyling. I'm off the head with it. And they chose this white kid. We never knew who this dude was. Nigga hat was like this, right? His hat's like this. You know, he got the dirty trench coat on. They tried to say I cursed because you couldn't curse. So Evil D, I don't know why you did that. You from Brooklyn, nigga. But Evil D was trying to get me out of there because I was smoking everybody. So they tried to say I cursed, so they rewinded the tape.
So you think it was like politics or something like that?
No.
Like was Eminem signed at this time?
I don't know. This is my first time ever seeing him. I never ever heard of him before this night. You understand? To be honest, we drank a lot of St. Ides that day and a lot of Cisco. So I remember.
Cisco, I remember.
Right.
Yo.
But I was
you gotta be of age to know about that Cisco, man.
But winning so much, the nigga Evil D said, yo, he cursed last week. So Poison Pen rewinds the tape. You know what I'm saying? Pen, you remember. Tune in, Pen. You know what I'm saying? You can send people to live, Junie too. Like you can send. They see I didn't curse. So I get to remain. Now this is the 10th week. So Pen says, I got somebody for you. And they walk this kid in. And his hat is low, all black hat like this. I don't know he's white. I see light skin. I'm thinking maybe he's Spanish. I know he's not black.
Right.
And he's rapping. He starts rapping. I was winning because black people didn't talk like how I talked in battle rap. I talked about throwing my mother in front of a train. I talked about, ODing off of dust and mushrooms. And the white boy was similar. You know You understand what I'm saying? It was similar. I didn't battle like now, you know, everything is gun bars. No, it was lyrical shit.
Right.
But I had an offset state of mind. Like I told C Double, I turned my body inside out and battled you twice. No, that's not what I said to him. Did I say that to him? Turn my body inside out and battle backwards. I dare you stand in front of me thinking you can fuck with niggas. You gonna have to snuff a nigga. They gonna have to jump a nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you tell a nigga, you know, Eminem rap like that, it was a mirror match. And for that brief 2, maybe 3 hours, we actually connected. So when I've heard his album 6 months later, shout out to Lisa who brought it to me, I was disappointed because he was too nice to take that from me. And he'll never admit it. I've said this over and over again. Like, you can't lose against Pyro Tracks with the performance that I did and say you beat Eminem. But I was nicer back then. Right. I can't beat him now. No. He's nicer than he was then. And he might have been nervous, who knows? Damn. He might have been nervous. White boy, Mr. All this.
Listen, man.
But I beat him. You
just gave a gem, man. I don't think I ever knew about that.
45 minutes. That was after I beat Shabazz Disciple, you know, and all of that. Albany Manor. That's what these pyramids, that's what these places was. I was known for that. They used to call me Fife. I Divine. I was known for that. Going around just battling and beating niggas. I didn't have good music. But now I got good music. So y'all guys tell me.
Nah, that's a fact, man. You've been, like I said, you've been around, man. I also heard the story about the Fugees.
Yeah, the Fugees. All right, so on 2 and between Divis and Dorchester was my homie Speedy. Speedy was young at the time. I think he was like 19, 20, hustling college kid. At the time, he was the first nigga I ever seen with a GS, what was it, GS9, not GS9, the Lexus GS300.
300, yeah.
He's the first one I ever seen, looked like a sneaker. And he had a yellow range. When Jay was talking that 4.0, 4.6 shit. But this kid was 19. But he was tight with Wyclef and him, and he wanted to manage me. Shout out to Lady Raw. That was my partner. We had a group, Cloak and Dagger. Boy and girl.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, she was with me when I beat them. These people were with me. This wasn't something that, it's no myth.
Right.
You know, it's no myth.
Right, you got people to back this statement.
Yeah, factual, and not just my friends, others. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Speedy introduced me to Wyclef when he was working with Cannabis. So I show up to Booger Basement Studios in Jersey with a garbage bag full of raps. I had 110 books at that time.
110 books?
At that time.
Just raps?
Just rhymes. Just songs and rhymes and songs. Just rhymes over the years. You know, at that time I might have been averaging, maybe 15 songs a week writing. About 15 songs a week at that time. I would write, J-Arm mixtapes was out, the instrumentals. I would write to all 30 beats in a day. In a day. You hear me? Yeah, a day.
Yo, man.
In a day, nigga.
I'm telling you right now, man. Anybody come on this show after this, and you ain't talking the way this man is talking right now?
I ain't talking cap, not no cap. I'm talking, listen, J-Arms, right? From 1, I think I stopped writing off of J-Arms around 43. And that was years, J-Arms. You give me a J-Arms instrumental tape, in 24 hours, out of 30 beats, I've written to 25 of them. Whether it's 1 verse, whole song, 2 verses, whatever, I've written them.
So what do you feel the connection was between you and the producer that you were able to manifest that many songs in that quick of a time period? Because there's got to be some type of connection.
I mean, I never seen this kid play. I don't watch basketball. I stopped watching basketball when I realized I couldn't play. The kid from the Warriors, Mr. 3-0.
Curry.
How does he shoot the way he shoots? Was it from practice? Was it natural? Did it start natural? How does Jordan do what he do? I never saw Kobe play. How did he do? I never saw LeBron. How do they do what they do? I was born to do this. See, when you coming up and you in the hood and you fucked up, you want to get money, you want to be fresh, you want the sneakers, you know, you might want to be a gangster. You want to. Truthfully, it's not even about that. It always starts off at you not having $1 before you actually enjoy what you try, right? I was born to rap. I wasn't born to be the biggest crip in New York like I thought I was gonna be. I wasn't born to be a murderer, a killer, a robber, a pimp.
But you did the same as that. If you mean to cut you off,
yeah.
You mentioned the basketball players.
Right.
You have something in you that's from me being on the outside looking in,
right,
that they had. Yeah, they might have the God-given ability to play ball.
Right.
But for them to be great,
they were born great.
They had to be hungry.
Right. Or not.
2,
or not.
They was hungry. You know, like we heard the stories about Kobe.
I never heard anything. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you the stories about Kobe when he used to make up things in his mind about his opponent to make himself mad, to go on the court and do the things that we were able to see him do for the years that he was in the NBA. Jordan, the same way.
See, I was
Jordan,
different from that. I didn't have that. Not to cut you off. My mentality with hip hop was, when you would watch Video Music Box, Show MTV Raps, is I heard the beat different than they did. I heard what they were doing, but I heard something else. Maybe from an executive producer standpoint, because my beats suck. I can't make beats. Everything sounds like disco. I don't know why. I can't make hip hop beats. Maybe I meant to make disco beats, right? This shit suck horrible. But I would hear something different in the music. So you listening to Stretch Armstrong, Papito. I remember hearing I'm getting some pussy. Fuck it. Going hard too. And then you hear Helter Skelter, Operation Lockdown. Yes, y'all. And I jumps out the pussy. And I runs to the radio. I was like, oh shit, that's the sound I've been hearing in my head. Like, how did they do it before me?
Right.
So, fast forward a couple of weeks later, no, not even weeks, I give it a year. I meet the whole boot camp. Shout out to General Steele, everybody know I love y'all, my homie, rocking the smarts. I meet them one day in a battle. Craig Mack, Onyx, I meet all of these niggas in the same day. And I said to myself, y'all, I hear the music differently. They hear it differently, because they music didn't sound like regular Brooklyn music. So, I never been in the box of nobody. I never wanted to be like nobody or sound like nobody. At this time, Jay wasn't kicking this. His music didn't even sound like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, back then, don't even remember hearing him on beats, except for maybe the originators with Jazzo. You know what I'm saying? Or them niggas from the Bronx, Original Flavor.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The music was actually kind of trash back in the days from Jay. It wasn't what it is now. Right? I'm not afraid to say that. That's not belittling him. Right? It was the beginning stages of him doing music and coming into the artist that he grew to be.
Absolutely.
So I've always been able to do this. I just wasn't able to do what I do it on this level now. I was born to rap. I was born to write. So it's not a problem. I don't think about this shit, Bungles. I don't think about this. It wasn't something I tried. I didn't try. I didn't say I want to be a rapper.
You just did it.
No, you be fucked up in your room. You know what I'm saying? You got life stress in your home. You know, my moms, my step pops, the projects, niggas jumping me. I gotta go to fresh kicks on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got British Knights. I got some penny loafers. You know what I'm saying? I got the police officer in and out my crib. You know what I'm saying? I got my moms who I don't discredit or talk about in any negative fashion, regardless of our relationship. We're never gonna do that. But that's stressful for me at a young boy age. So I would dreamscape and write these poems. Nightingale, Dreamscape, you know, the buckets of them all. And I would like third person them.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And you know.
Oh, thanks for the air. Whoever turned on the air, thank you, because I was smoking in this one.
You know, we're in the era of everybody talking about mental health and things like that, right? Yeah. And a lot of things that you talk about come from a struggle, come from a place of darkness in a way. Do you think that your poetry and you writing your rhymes help you cope with whatever it is you was going through?
Of course. Listen, I got a lot of personalities to me. Those who have been traumatized tend to escape within our own minds. You know what I'm saying? When you're afraid, I remember being afraid. I remember niggas being able to jump me and I had a little knife in my hand. You hold it like this and I had the dagger to come out in front. My boy Sandor made it for me right next door, 532. And I never cut nobody yet. But I remember swinging this, thinking that I would scare them. No, them niggas went and picked up a 40-ounce bottle. Like, oh, you wanna swing knives? I was afraid. So you come up with these personalities in these blocks, which creates a distortion in your mental health. When you don't have nobody to talk to. Yeah, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up upstairs. Those who know me know I'm fucked up upstairs. Those who I've hurt, they seen it in my eyes while I was hurting them. Those who were hurting me, they seen that it wasn't hurting me. You ever heard a song that said, what you say, I cut myself today just to see if pain was, if today was real. I want to feel pain today to see if it was real. That was me. Yeah, y'all whipping my ass, but I ain't crying. I needed this. It feels good. It lets me know that I'm still alive. that I'm still me. But yeah, we're all fucked up with mental health. The hood does that to you. Prison does that to you. Going to Rikers Island, sitting in them things. 16, 17 years old, 18, 19 days, 32 days, people throwing piss and shit on you. It takes turtles fucking you up. You making a decision whether, do I cut this nigga over my tape that was taken? You change. Me, like I said, unfortunately, I've been outside since I was 11. Outside, homeless. You understand? Sleeping in the streets, benches, roofs. You know what I'm saying? Port Authority. I mean, all of that. Penn Station. You know what I'm saying? Skate Key. Hunts Point. You know what I mean? So you develop this experience and you put it into song, and it will always come off like this angry, crazy guy. Like when they always say, "Oh, wait, I gotta talk about killing your kids."
But you just speak. You talking about the things that your pain.
My pain, and then that other person takes over. That personality. That nigga, when you go to rob a nigga, it's not you anymore. When you overcome the jitters, your mind has just went into mode. And you're something else. When I'm rapping, it's something else. I don't want to say someone else because it's me, but it's a different part of me. I can't really explain it. It's not lashing out. A little bit of it.
Kind of like a chamber.
Yes,
chamber that's not really
it's right. It's a chamber because you got the little boy in me that's still crying for his mama. You got the thug in me. You got the failure in me. You got the winner in me. You got the crip in me. You got the neutral in me. The guard body in me. The sober in me. The addict of me. The thinker of me. The impulse. All of those things come out in your music. That's why I love music so much.
Listen, man. Salute the WAYDAH BLACC, man. I appreciate you, my boy.
I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? You are definitely doing things for the community, for the streets.
Factual.
You're definitely giving us food for thought.
Yes, sir.
And we appreciate you, and we want to keep going and keep doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? WAYDAH BLACC, it's your man Bundles.
Salud, so crooked. You already know what it is.